I do believe in the integrity of people in public service. I want the public to have that understanding. We have to do this to deter something that we see as a problem, but it is a confidence issue. And if that's what the members want to do, then that's what we will do.
So that is Speaker Nancy Pelosi talking about the fact that apparently, as was announced yesterday, legislation including some form of ban on stock trading for those in Congress could be put on a fast track. It could be coming very soon. We know she said she wants to see a tightening of fines on lawmakers who violate existing ethics laws, which are basically meaningless. We've done lots of reporting on that. She wants new controls on members of Congress to be extended to the entire federal government. She singled out the need to include the federal judiciary. So if you're gonna ban Congress people from owning individual stocks, then the judges should be banned from that as well. And to that I say, that seems like a very good idea. Yes, we should totally do that. I'm perfectly fine with that. She said she wanted any stock limitations to apply to basically the whole thing, the executive branch as well. And yeah, why not? I mean, if the concern is that these people have special information and or special ability to affect the outcomes in the stock market, then yeah, potentially that makes sense to ban that. Anyway, we know, Brian, that she had been kind of against this idea just about a month ago. She was very dismissive of the concept. She's not like outright pushing for it herself, but she doesn't seem like she's going to block it at least. What do you think about all this?
Yeah, I mean, that seems like the proper progressive position to be in. I mean, listen, if you're regulating an economy and you are presiding over it and passing laws that govern it and limit it and or enhance it, whether it's taxes or any other or environmental regulations. I mean, I'm not sure having these stocks in a blind trust or something that just feels a little more unbiased. It feels like a good idea. I mean, God knows, we have such a high level of white collar crime in this city, and yet so many people go to jail for lesser crimes. That is the true crime. And so yeah, anything that I mean, the folks who are disclosing their stock trades aren't doing so for they're either not doing it or they're doing it a year later, and a lot of it is scrubbed anyway. And I don't know how this applies. It's like individual trades. So like if you have a mutual fund, you don't really know what your broker is doing anyway. It's kind of like in a thing, and he or she trades daily, individuals that enhance or whatever your portfolio, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's probably a good idea to like not be playing in the casino if you are passing the rules of the casino. It just doesn't, it's just unfair. And it's another example of this free enterprise system run amok where it collides with good policy. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and I get why they would want to be able to do it. I like money, I'd like more of it, they want more of it, but then go work on Wall Street. Go start a business. If your primary goal is to personally enrich yourself, there are many industries where you can do that quite successfully.
And
I also supposed to be going.
I'm with you. Sorry. And I also ask myself frequently is why do people want to hold on to jobs if you're in Congress, why do you really want to keep running year after year, term after term after term? And I think this is part of the justification is that the longer I stay in, the richer I get. And it's not so much the salary I'm getting, it's all this other money that I am earning and shaping and contouring for my children and my grandchildren and my estate and all this crap. That helps explain it, because let's face it. I mean, who wants to be a congressperson for 12 terms? I mean, that's not fun.
In theory, I think it could be if you were really advocating for your constituents and you were able to make some changes. But there are plenty of people that I can't point to anything they've done in 20 years. They just stick around. They've got, that alligator blood, as they say. But anyway, I think what they're talking about here makes sense. We will have to see at the end of the day. It's very easy to say you support something like this, maybe a little bit harder to vote in support of it. So we'll have to see. But there's potentially a lot on the line. I like the widening to include the judiciary. As the Wall Street Journal found, dozens of federal judges had financial conflicts in cases that they were ruling on. So it's not just, like Joe Manchin killing climate change legislation when he owns a coal mine. Judges can do this as well. Now, Pelosi would not very specifically answer whether spouses would be included. I don't know exactly why she had a problem answering that. Maybe because her spouse trades tons of stocks, and it seems like, in my experience, sometimes spouses talk to each other. I don't know, maybe that's different for different couples, but if you got secret information and you can't act on it, but you live with someone who can, that seems like a problem. So I would probably include the spouses in this.
And that's gonna lead to a lot of divorce. If a bill gets, because I think being intoxicated by money would overrule any fidelity and any need to be married. I'd be like, yeah, honey, we're getting a divorce, and I'd like you to continue trading stocks, and then we'll reconcile in 4 years. That's what we'll do.
Exactly. When we'll redo our vows on Lake Como.
Yeah, they will never
be able to afford it.
But the thing is, they will never be able to write this legislation. They will, but I can't imagine them ever being able to write something. It would be so toothless and just cosmetic, or it would just be bogged down in impossible. It would be impossible, because you bring up a good point. What about spouses? What about kids? What about, what is?
Ban them all. Ban everybody, honestly. It won't affect most working people anyway, because 90% of the stocks are owned by like 10% of the population. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. There are definitely issues with it, but I think we can go further than the Stock Act. I mean, as you pointed out, most people don't even comply with it. If they do, it's super late. And then who cares? Like, if I find out 6 months later that you traded a stock, and the concern is that you might have done so based on information you had, I can't follow that because it's 6 months until I find out. And it doesn't make the behavior illegal. I just maybe can do some investigations about a timeline and establish that it seems unethical. I want it to be illegal.
It's like finding out Jeff Zucker was dating someone that worked for him.
That's a crazy hypothetical that you're proposing.
I don't know.
Sure.
It's not like that at all. But it just basically means that people declare these things and these indiscretions and discrepancies like years later, and then it gets used against them for some political purpose. If you're gonna do it, and if they are going to do it and are serious about it, they do have to make it a complete, absolute thing. No trading for you, no trading if you're married, no trading for your spouse. And that's that, and it remains that way until you're out of office.
Exactly. Yeah, and you can still do mutual funds and things like that, just not individual stock ownership.
And go do what people used to do, which is serve one term and then go work in the private sector and be a total corrupt asshole there.
Yeah, or just put all of your money into apes. Just buy some apes. Come on, buy those NFTs. You can make money off of that. Anyway,
and you know what? As soon as I figure out what those things are, I'm getting some.
Exactly. I like the idea. I want to be cool.
I can't wait to get NFTs.
Exactly, or some acronym. Just give them to me. I want them. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.